My name is Wallace Gator Bradley, and I'm president of United in Peace, Inc., and I'm also known as the Urban Translator. Some people call me in the hood, JB's Monorail. But we'll get into that later on. There's something that's very important that's happening in the city of Chicago tomorrow. And it's a protest against violence. All violence, economic violence, domestic violence, police shootings, shootings of African Americans against other African Americans, Hispanics against other Hispanics, whites against whites. This protest and shutdown is very key. I'll be there joining Father Fagan and others that's in that march. And I'm blessed by God to be allowed to be in that protest. 50 years ago, I was involved in a protest. That's when Martin Luther King had got killed. And I didn't understand the real significance of civil disobedience. And therefore, I was arrested for mob action. And I was the youth then. So for those that feel like, why are the youth leading the march? Our history dictates and shows that all the marches in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s were led by the youth. Martin Luther King was a young adult in a leadership position. So was Reverend Jesse Jackson. We're in full support of them young adults because we need to listen to what they have to say, because that violence is affecting them as it's affecting us. And I want to say myself, the chairman of United in Peace, Inc., Terry Marsh, the executive director of United in Peace, Inc., Carl Smith, and all the urban translators that's a part of United in Peace, Inc., is in full support of this march or the shutdown of the Dan Ryan. So with that being said, let me say to God be the glory. And this show, I'm glad to be back on the air for another season. And this show wouldn't be possible without my producer and my director, who happened to be my lovely wife, Miss Terry Marsh. I think she'll give me 50 cents for saying that, but I'm going to get her money back to her. I've been with her 37 years. Caller, I see you on the air. Could you please share with me your opinion?
I sure will, Mr. Gator. This is your buddy Ray.
What up, Ray?
Hey, I just want to say this. Hooray, hooray, hooray. You're back. You are back, thank goodness. Listen, I hope you had a great holiday. I just want to thank you for having such a great show, letting everybody know of every color, creed, or anything else. That's what I like about you. You're equal to everybody.
Yes, sir.
You know, there aren't many people like that. You talk from the heart, and when you do that, you're telling the truth. So I just wanted to say, hooray, hooray, hooray once more. Glad you're back.
Thank you, Ray.
You'll call next week.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Ray. And you know, I'm glad that Ray called because the time has come for all of us, like-minded individuals, to come together in the name of humanity. That would be the start of solving a lot of problems. Because this election, with the election of Trump, has divided this country and it was fed with hate. And with that being said, let's add some love on this show. I want to give a hooray, hooray to Brother Chance the Rapper. He and his longtime girlfriend, Kristen Corley, are now officially engaged. Brother Chance brought the question to her on July the 4th, asking would she marry him, and she said surely. Hooray, hooray to Chance the Rapper for not missing the chance to let the woman that he loved know that he's on bended knee asking for her hand in holy matrimony. And let me share something else with you as well. We all know that Congressman Rush had lost the love of his life, Carolyn. He was married to her for 36 years. And God has sent someone else into his life. And Congressman Rush is remarried to someone else. She's a minister herself. And I want to say hooray, hooray to Congressman Bobby Rush and his new wife, the Reverend Paulette Holloway. To God be the glory for love. One of the things that I'm saying about this march that's key is because of the violence that's plaguing our community and how our children being held hostage within their own community. Even when they are doing the right thing, violence still come and take their lives. There's a group that's known as Peace Warriors, and I believe it's North Lawndale. Yeah, North Lawndale College Prep High School. This young man, Gerald Smith, keeps a small calendar that holds unimaginable grief. And that grief is keeping account of the young adults and children that's being killed or shot every day in the city of Chicago. So this march and this protest that Father Fager and others are coming together for, and we're asking for everyone to please come and join so that the world can see us coming together in a community. Everybody say, well, what's going to happen after the march? The fact of the matter is this. The focus was to bring the attention to everyone that's sitting by the sidelines that hasn't said anything, that make it seem like it's okay for this senseless violence to happen day after day after day after day. And no one is saying anything, but you hear a lot of people saying, it shouldn't happen. It's going to inconvenience us. He's showing down the expressway. Why Father Fager got to do this and why Father Fager got to do that? Well, one thing I've learned, that many are called, few are chosen, but only the we become the ones who are willing to do the work. So the Father Fager, you are a part of the we that's willing to do the work. And sometimes God picked individuals to do the right thing. And I'm glad that he did it. When I heard about it, I didn't squawk. I went and let him know, I'm standing with you. And I'm seeing there's a lot of brothers that's former gang members, that's ex-felons, that's been blessed to have jobs, that's been blessed to mentor young individuals, that's coaches and everything else, is coming out with members from their team to come and join the protest. And before I get into all that, now that I'm back on the air, let me let the people know how to get in touch with me. My email address is LAGATOR, the letter B as in boy, the number 4, the word peace, PEACE, at yahoo.com. Again, my email is LAGATOR, the letter B as in boy, the number 4, the word peace, PEACE, at yahoo.com, and my phone number is 312-371-6914. That's Gator. You can get in touch with me and share with me what your concerns are, so I can put that out there, because this is the season of an election, November 6th, and this, where Father Figure is saying, shut down the Dan Ryan, is a protest of Chicago violence. The buses leave St. Sabina at 9:30 a.m. They will meet at 79th and the Dan Ryan at 9:45 a.m. Again, the buses will leave St. Sabina at 9:30 a.m. They will meet at 79th and the Dan Ryan at 9:45. So please, caller, I see you on the line. Could you please state your name and voice your opinion?
Gator, Dennis Hodges here in San Diego, California. Proud of what you're doing in the city of Chicago, my brother.
Hey, Pastor, how you doing, sir?
I'm blessed and thankful. How about yourself?
Man, and highly favored, just like you, man. I am that I am because he is who he is. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
you understand because you come from the same hood I came up from.
Yes, sir.
And we understand that sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, God is the one that make it do what it do. You know what I mean? And he picked those who he want to get a message out to show everyone that he is in control of the situation. And when we say let go and let him, then all things are get done right and in order. So one of the things I want to say to you, man, I'm glad that you called me. So call all your family and friends back in Chicago and tell them please join your mellow, Gator, Wallace Gator Bradley, and with your fellow pastor.
Yes, sir. Yes,
to be at that march, and we shutting down the Dan Ryan for a righteous cause, man. Thanks for calling, boss.
All right, God bless.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
There's people are worried about getting arrested. And if you go, it says you may be arrested because the Illinois State Police issued a statement this week warning activists that anyone who tries to enter the expressway could be placed under arrest and charged with criminal trespass to state-supported property, as well as other potential violations. Well, here's what you need to know if you go and get arrested or want to avoid getting arrested. The protest will start at 10 a.m. Saturday on the northbound lanes of the Dan Ryan Expressway near 79th Street and will continue to 67th Street. If you need to be somewhere else during that time, best to avoid the roadway. Father Fager said at St. Sabina, his home parish will be sending 7 busloads of people to the protest as of Thursday, was organizing for an 8th bus. Okay, he has field calls for Chicago area attorneys who say they will be glad to help those that's arrested. I was at a meeting last night, and I do know that the Cook County Bar Association has sent out letters to their membership to please aid and assist Father Pfleger in his righteous endeavor. And I believe if we all walk by faith, I believe God will cover us. I believe no one will be arrested. You follow what I'm saying? I pray that they don't. I pray that I don't. But one thing for sure, I'll be there. I'll be going on that expressway. And if I get arrested, I believe I'll get bonded out. And if I don't, one thing I do know, the last time I got arrested for protesting in '68, I was locked up. I didn't get out for a week. But this time I'll have my bond money. The one thing that's so beautiful about this is when I see Mayor Rahm Emanuel come out publicly as an elected official, say that he is in support of this peaceful protest against senseless violence. I don't know why the other elected officials didn't say anything. I do know that there's a public call that came out to everyone asking elected officials to please meet with the young adults. They asking to meet with the young adults, those that are elected and those that's running for office, be it Governor Rauner or the individual that's running for office to become governor, J.B. Pritzker. The young adults have made a public appeal to meet with you guys, hoping that you will listen to their concerns and part of a solution that they can help bring about to show the world that we all stand together against senseless violence. I know November 6th is a very important election across this country. Caller, I see you. Could you please voice your opinion as respected? This is an opinionated show, and state your name.
Hi, my name is Tony, and I'm wondering why, with this rally that's going on the Dan Ryan on the south side of Chicago, why are we continuing to inconvenience the black community? Why Pfleger doesn't take his march up by J.B. Pritzker's neighborhood where the officials, the people that can do something about it.
Well, let me
that expressway.
Let me help you with that. They're not shooting on Pritzker's block. They're shooting in the black community. They're shooting on the Dan Ryan in the black community. And for everyone to understand this is a march against violence everywhere, whether it's downtown, whether it's in other towns or cities, whether it's on the west side or the south side. The killings and shootings in our community is an inconvenience within itself. You can't take the garbage out. You can't go to a funeral. You can't have a prayer vigil. You can't sit on your porch during holidays. You can't have a barbecue. You can't have a repast. So for all of y'all that's saying that you got a problem with that, you entitled to your opinion. And those of us that's standing with Father Pritzker against this violence, we have a right to our opinion. Caller, this is an opinionated show, and your opinion is respected. Could you please state your name?
Hello, this is Pat.
How you doing?
Hey, big brother.
How you feeling?
I'm good. This is Pat Hill.
I know, Pat.
So look, I just wanted to touch on what your last caller, the comment that she made. She's asking why is Father Mike inconveniencing the black neighborhoods. What she's not understanding is we're more inconvenienced by the shootings and the killings than we are by the marches. We need to be made aware. This is an awakening. It's not just for the governor. It's for us as a community because we're doing this to each other. So he's doing this march. He's doing the right thing.
Yes.
Inconvenience us if that's what you need to do. If that's what it's going to take for us to wake up and to understand that we're killing our own and that it needs to stop, then that's what he needs to do. So I stand behind Father Mike. I'm more inconvenienced when my neighbor's son is murdered. I'm more inconvenienced when my grandson had to move out of the city because he can't walk to the store. That's the inconvenience for me. So yes, shut it down.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we're going to do it. You know, and I'm saying,
Meant you.
You know, Pat, it's gotten the attention. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you called in and stated your opinion. It's respected on this opinionated show. And I want to say hugs and kisses to you and your family. And to God be the glory.
My sister. Love you and the queen.
Yeah, you know I love the queen too.
Bye.
Bye. You know, that's Sister Pat. We both was on the LSC together at Simeon. Caller, could you please state your name and voice your opinion? Because your opinion matters on this opinionated show. Caller?
Welcome back.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Hey, this Miss Parkin Boo. I'm glad you back down like SmackDown.
Hey, fucking Lucky.
Yeah, we gonna get the truth told now.
Yeah, go get it told. Because one thing for sure, if God bless me to speak and taught me how to listen and send me your roadie to make sure I do both of them proper, it's going down.
I know. I'm so glad you used to take me to daycare. Now I know a little bit of something.
Well, hey, what they say, each one teach one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you taught me a lot, brother, man. Yes, you did.
You know.
And if ain't nobody told you today, I'm daggone proud of you. Yes, I am.
Hey, I love you more, Punky. I love you more.
I know you do. And tell your little wife, we gonna be together real soon.
We know. Hey, I already saw a calendar. I know you ain't lying.
I'm gonna have to skip and jump now. I'll be out.
Okay.
Next Sunday, I'll be with y'all next Sunday at church too.
I got you. I love you.
I love y'all too, man. I'm glad you're back.
Thanks, Punky Lucky.
To you. All right, talk to y'all later.
All right. You know, that's the wonderful thing that I love about this show, because it takes all of us. And the show is not just my show. I just got the platform for it to be our show. So I'm going to be here leading all the way up to the election for the governor's race. I haven't picked anyone in the mayoral race because I want to be perfectly focused to understand how important it is to elect J.B. Pritzker to become the governor of the state of Illinois. Look like my time is short. I must be having a lot of fun. But I want to say before I'm done, to God be the glory, to God be the glory, to God be the glory, and hooray to Rahm Emanuel for standing in support of Father Fager. Peace out.